Leopard geckos are among the most popular pets. They're calm, easy to care for, and widely available. Moreover, they also make excellent pets if you're looking for reptiles. So, we've compiled a list of crucial things to know before getting a leopard gecko.
Petopedia.
Despite being no bigger than hamsters, leopard geckos have a longer lifespan than many similarly sized reptiles and many pets in general. It's said that they can live in captivity for up to 10 years and, in some cases, even 20 years. So, having a pet leopard gecko is a long-term commitment. Now, geckos are insectivorous, which means they eat live insects. So yes, that means you must keep live bugs in your house for feeding your leopard gecko. Moreover, you need to keep and care for a consistent supply of live crickets, Dubai roaches, or mealworms, as your leopard gecko will be happiest if you have a variety of bugs in your home. However, some people sometimes even go so far as to breed their own insect collection. But in case you're afraid of bugs and insects, you can either have someone else handle the feeding or use special tongs to handle the insects. Most people believe leopard geckos are only active at night, but for the fact they sleep during the day and are crepuscular rather than nocturnal. This means they prefer to hunt between dusk and dawn when the sun is not as hot, and predators are not as dangerous. When selecting a leopard gecko, keep the schedule in mind. It could be hiding or sleeping during the day, and depending on your routine, you might see it most before going to bed or just after waking up. Unlike other reptiles, leopard geckos do not bask in the sun as they are more active at night. They instead absorb the majority of their heat from the ground. This means that instead of UVB lights, leopard geckos require an under-the-tank heat mat. They rely on belly heat for proper digestion, so keep the heat mat handy. Like the Aiicioo digital reptile thermostat, the selection mode in the mats allows you to easily control the temperature, and with the up-down buttons you can adjust the temperature. Plus, you can mount the heating pad on the side and under your terrarium with its heat mat adhesive. Being native to the deserts of Pakistan, India, and Afghanistan doesn't mean that the geckos prefer sand, because sand can get into the leopard gecko's digestive system and cause impaction. Some products such as calcium sand are marketed explicitly for geckos. However, this does not necessarily imply that they are a good option. Even though they require calcium, they should get it from a calcium supplement rather than eating sand. Like the Fluker's Repta calcium. It is a good calcium supplement that is phosphorus-free and has vitamin B3 included in it. These help to promote the healthy bones and vital bodily functions of the reptiles. It's understandable to want more geckos because they're so easygoing. After all, geckos are frequently found in tanks at pet stores. Even some people are so taken with their geckos they become interested in keeping other lizards and reptiles. And if you have a friendly habitat set up for your pet gecko, it might seem like a good idea to get it some friends. This is not a good idea in general, as they live alone in the wild and prefer their own space in captivity. Now, you may think, what about the pet stores that have geckos stacked on top of each other? These are typically hatchlings or juveniles who are still very young. Now, the geckos in general reach their age at 6. Like some other lizard species, the geckos have the ability to detach their tails as a defense mechanism. This is known as autonomy, and while it is voluntary, it can be pretty traumatic. Even though later the tail will regrow, it will be smaller and stubbier than before. So, you will always need to keep an eye on your gecko's tail and never pick it up by the tail. Not every veterinarian is appropriate for treating geckos or reptiles. Find a local vet who is knowledgeable in reptiles or exotics before getting a pet reptile. You never know when you'll need one, and in case of emergency, you don't have to hurry to the nearest vet available. So it's best to make a strategy of knowing a good reptile vet beforehand. Breeders have created what is known as morphs through selective breeding and genetics. Morphs are leopard geckos with varying colors, patterns, and physical characteristics determined by their genes. Apart from the standard geckos, you can also find geckos without spots, stripes, or black markings on those with red eyes and white, orange, or black skin. The more expensive the gecko, the rarer the breed. These are the most important things you need to know before adopting a leopard gecko. Comment down below what you want us to talk about next. Thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, and share this video if you find it useful. Then subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for further updates.